welcome everybody to Last Cup Live right here on Friday, the 12th of September. Good to have you here.
We're going to kick things off by looking at some stories we're following today. The Department of Homeland Security is looking into whether it was their officers that detained a parent at the Talbot School yesterday morning. The superintendent of Portland Public Schools, Ryan Scallon, says the parent was detained right after they dropped off their child. Scallon says the officers were wearing vests that only said police. An administrator approached the officers to ask who they were, but they would not identify a specific agency. Scallon says he has confirmed with the Portland Police Department that it's not their officers. He says he's still trying to find out what happened. DHHS officials say ICE does not raid schools.
Down East Community Partners is ending its transportation and maternal and child health services at the end of the month. Maternal and child health services are going to be ending because the CDC decided to not renew contracts with local nonprofits in Bangor and the Down East region. They will be ending the transportation service because of financial issues and far fewer volunteer drivers. They only have 9 right now. DCP is working with a company called Ride Source to make sure that people still can get to their medical appointments, the grocery store, social services as well. Plus, DCP and Aroostook County Action Program are working to form a new 3-county agency, which will help support the rural Mainers.
The Lewiston City Administrator says a 7-member advisory committee will help choose the city's next police chief. The committee includes Lewiston School Superintendent Jake Langless, former Police Chief Brian O'Malley, and 5 other civic and community leaders. The committee will help City Administrator Brian Cainrath review candidate applications and recommend the finalists. Cainrath told us earlier this week there are about 20 people who have applied for the job. The group will start reviewing applications and preparing for interviews in the next few weeks.
The EPA is working with the Midcoast Regional Redevelopment Authority to stop another spill of firefighting foam. MRRA oversees the Brunswick Executive Airport. That, of course, is where 1,500 gallons of foam spilled in August of last year. MRRA has already removed all of the remaining foam from the facility. It says it will work to ensure that the facility does meet all of the fire codes.
And officials with Hannaford Supermarkets and Portland Public Schools are teaming up to fight hunger. The two launched a new school-based food pantry at Portland High this week. According to Good Shepherd Food Bank, more than 23,000 families relied on school food pantries last year. That's twice as many as the year before. District leaders expect the new pantry will serve up to 500 Portland High School students each month. It's part of Hannaford's Fuel Kids at School program, which has helped to open more than 200 pantries across New England since 2019. All right, Todd, quick check of that forecast.
Still looks really nice. Today's gonna be a beauty. It's starting out chilly though. We do have some 30s, 40s, and some 50s too. The warmer spots are Portland, Augusta, Waterville. Rockland's also in the 50s there. It's chilly in Lewiston and Bangor, and some cold numbers down East Maine and also up in the mountains, where you find some patchy fog, but we've got a big high pressure dome right over the northeast, so we're in really good shape today. All fronts are off the coast until that one up in Canada gets to us. We'll see sunshine today and tomorrow. Nice and clear out there this morning. Yeah, it's crisp and cool, but by the middle of the day, it'll feel perfect. Right around 70, no wind, no humidity, no clouds. This afternoon and evening also look great. They will be dry, so you don't have to worry about anything outside, but it will chill off fast with temperatures dropping pretty quickly after 3 o'clock. That sun angle it's too low in the sky, and it doesn't have the same oomph. We'll also have a light sea breeze this afternoon, so there you go. Sunny today, high near 70 degrees, and you can see here in the 7-day forecast, more good stuff. There'll be a little more cloud cover this weekend and a spotty shower on Sunday, but nothing substantial. And most of next week looks just as good. Maybe it's better. I mean, it's going to be warmer.
Wow.
Yeah, up around 80.
Well, we're going in the opposite direction.
It's so strange of the
where
date,
we should be
right?
going. Yeah.
The sports venues want those domes to keep the bad weather out. We love our dome keeping the good weather in, right?
Yeah, that's a very good point.
I love
Good
that.
stuff.
So, all right, this is great stuff. 2 restaurants, because we love to eat in the state of Maine, are getting some national recognition for what is on their menus. The New York Times just revealed its restaurant list of 2025 and names 50 of the best places to eat in the entire country. On the list, Pilgrim's Inn, it's on Deer Isle, and Sammy's Deluxe, it's in Rockland. According to the Times, staff ate more than 200 meals in 33 different states to put the list together. Quick question, are they hiring? Because
Are you looking to do a little
I'm
moonlighting?
just saying, you want to send me now. I'm glad that Maine's one of the states, and that we have 2 restaurants on the list. But there are 17 states they didn't go to, so that doesn't seem really
Oh, is that so?
fair. They went to 33 states.
33
so
states.
there's
200
I wonder if there are some states that just simply aren't worth
there's
going
no way
to when
17
it's
states
going.
don't have a good restaurant.
I mean, have either of you heard of those? I mean, we hear about like James Beard Awards.
And there are
And-
certain restaurants you hear about over and
Over
over,
and over again. I haven't heard of
I haven't
those
heard of
two.
either one of
I,
those.
I'm very
I admit
intrigued.
I haven't either. Yeah.
Very
same.
intrigued.
Yeah.
But congratulations.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I would love to go.
Expect to get a little influx of
Yes.
visitors.
Yeah.
I wonder if the
Sure.
one on Deer Isle is seasonal
Seasonal
or
or
year
not.
round.
Yeah.
Yeah, worth looking into. But
Yeah.
anyway, if you're looking for another new thing to try, how about M&M's newest flavor? Honey roasted peanut M&Ms.
Huh.
They have arrived. And M&M's says it'll be a permanent flavor in addition to the classic plain and peanut M&Ms. Other flavors have included pretzel, peanut butter and jelly, cookies and cream, caramel, and chocolate pumpkin pie. Huh, I knew about a
Okay.
couple of those, like the caramel ones.
Sure.
But I had never heard, and the peanut butter ones, but the
Yeah, those are
chocolate
good.
pumpkin pie ones, I've
never heard of that
never
one.
Didn't
heard
know
of
that one.
Didn't know about peanut butter and jelly.
No.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Have you?
They do. Reese's peanut butter cups does those too. You can get it peanut butter and jelly. You get grape
Yeah.
or strawberry, and it comes together.
Have you tried them?
Yeah.
Do you like them?
They're fine.
They're fine.
Yeah.
It's not like the original.
No.
I mean, they're pretty confident.
I mean, I love peanut M&Ms.
Same.
So, and I
mean,
like
I could crush a
Honey
whole
Nut
bag of
Cheerios.
those.
So I
Yeah.
feel like that would be like a kind of a.
They're
mix.
pretty confident because
Yeah.
they said it's going to be a permanent fixture.
Yeah.
Usually they
do
try 'em
love
out
honey
and then they
roasted
pull 'em.
peanuts.
I like
So-
honey roasted peanuts too, but I feel like M&Ms, peanut M&Ms as they are now, the original OG peanut
Yeah,
M&Ms
you're not gonna be
are
able to
the
top it.
perfect balance
Yeah.
between sweet and salty.
Yeah.
And now you're
Yeah.
going to add in extra sweet because of the honey roasted,
Well,
and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
The peanut in the peanut M&M, it doesn't have salt on it. It's like, it's like a dry roasted one, I think. It doesn't have much
plain.
salt. It's just plain.
Yeah.
This one might actually have
Might be
that's what I like
saltier.
about honey roasted peanuts because they have that coating of salt on the outer
So it is sweet
spot.
salt.
So this one might actually
be
be
a little-
saltier.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would try that.
that's what I'm hoping.
I don't know.
Because I love salt.
Well, how about like pretzel, chocolate
Well, so
pretzels?
they said they have that.
Yeah, the pretzel M&Ms.
Yeah, I don't know
haven't
that-
tried them.
I
but
haven't either.
Those are good.
I'm sure they
They
are.
are.
Yeah, those are good.
So what do they have? Like a mini pretzel?
Yeah,
one?
it's
a
just
tiny little pretzel?
Exactly. I mean, I'm a pretzel guy.
I'm not a pretzel guy
love
at all.
pretzels. That's
Can't
probably
stand
my
pretzels.
favorite snack. So
I feel like
if there's a pretzel in it, I've tried it.
I feel like they're kind of plain.
I feel like they're plain, boring. It's like popcorn to me.
You have to get the right
I
ones.
feel like it's a big waste.
Some of them are awful.
Oh, popcorn's
and it's
so
just
bad.
bread without. If you don't have the pretzels have to be salty. Like if
Yeah.
it's not salty, don't.
But you
it's a
can get
waste.
salt from like a potato chip, which I feel like has way more flavor and is way more, and it can have way more like seasonings and things like that. Like a honey, the honey mustard pretzels that Snyder's does, I think.
Oh my god.
Those are really, really good.
They're like honey mustard onion.
Onion, yes.
They are
yes.
so
Yeah, you know that.
bad.
They're so
Right?
bad, they're good.
They're so good,
Or they're
they're
so good, they're bad.
bad.
I don't know. Whatever
Yeah.
we're trying to say.
They're delicious
Yeah,
anyway.
Peanut butter
Yeah.
pretzels. Oh, those are good too, though.
So peanut butter pretzels I
Those
do
are
like.
so
I
good.
need something more with the pretzel.
Salt,
Otherwise, the
yeah.
pretzel is just too plain for me.
All right. Keeping with our sweet theme, it is National Chocolate Milkshake Day. What better way to wrap up your week than with one of the best desserts out there, says the producer who wrote this. Chocolate milkshakes, as we know, have been around since the 1920s. They can be found at restaurants, local ice cream shops everywhere, and today's the day to celebrate that drink either by heading out or maybe making your own chocolate milkshake. So,
Okay.
You guys don't want to talk about milkshakes?
No,
Yeah.
we can talk about
Oh.
milkshakes.
I have a milkshake, like an old school
does it bring all the boys to the yard?
milkshake.
Just wondering.
That's good. Like the old school kind. You know when you, back in the day, you go to Friendly's?
Yes.
You know, you get the Friendly Frank Furter, they would call, and they
would-
grill it.
And there was like a Friendly's frap.
It was a frap, yes. But they would they'd fill your glass up and then they would give you the silver
Oh, the
the side.
leftover.
on the side, the leftovers. So I have one of those antique milkshake machines.
Where did you get it?
Listen, I spent way too many years in an antique shop with my mom. Like she loved to antique.
Okay.
And my brother and I would we'd get dragged around
Okay, so
having to spend time in antique shops.
my point was it's not a replica.
No, it's real.
An
It's an old school one.
antique one.
Yeah, it actually, if you use it for too long, it starts to you can smell the wiring like frying a little bit. Like the thing could start a house fire.
Sounds fine.
No, everything's
totally
okay.
fine, yeah, it's fine.
Everything's okay. It's like in a box somewhere down in my basement. But I used to use it all the time back in high school because I needed to like drink a milkshake a day to to keep weight up. Like I was like a rail. And my doctor was like, you just need to consume more. So I would have a milkshake a day. So we got a milkshake at an antique shop, and the thing was amazing.
That's so cool.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
I like milkshake.
Anyway.
I wouldn't do a chocolate milkshake.
What would you do?
need more with your pretzel.
Yeah.
I need more with my milkshake.
So what kind? Strawberry?
What is more
No.
than chocolate?
Do you like Oreo?
No, I want something in it. I would
candy.
do like a chocolate. No, it's like a chocolate chip ice cream instead of just chocolate.
Yeah,
so
you
the,
need
the
some-
chips
or
are
like
in there,
cookies and
or
cream,
A mint
or-
chocolate chip, cookies and
Yeah.
cream. Like, I'm not trying to add candy into it. I just want
Yeah.
more than just the flavor and the milk.
I like. Do you like malt? Do you guys like malt? No.
No.
It's like, yeah, I would always put malt in it. Carnation makes it, or I think they still make it. They must still. Make
I mean, I've never had that, but I've had like
it's so
those
good.
malted milk balls.
Well, okay, but do you like the center?
no.
Oh, that's the part you don't like.
no. Yeah, I think they're
those are
disgusting.
so good.
It's so good,
those are
right?
so good.
So you would love malt then.
Yes, I know. I like malt.
If you go to Dairy
Yeah.
Queen and you get a Blizzard,
Yeah.
you can have them put malt in your Blizzard. Like that's what I do.
Okay, do you like whipped cream?
I love whipped cream.
So you have whipped cream put on top of your ice cream?
Yeah.
I don't. I ask them to I take off the whipped cream, so I
Yeah.
hate whipped cream, and put on marshmallow.
Oh, so that's really good too.
Oh, it's so good.
Marshmallow sauce.
Yes.
Like the sauce.
Yes,
So
instead of the whipped
good.
cream.
Oh,
It's
man.
so good. Dang.
All right, today is National Day of Encouragement.
So you should be encouraging us to do this.
Go for it, guys.
We're trying to
Thank
encourage her
you.
to do a milkshake.
Woohoo! No, thank you.
No, it's
the
food, Todd.
day
You can't
is
have
meant to promote encouraging other people
not green.
in order to make the world a better place and not make fun
Made
of
of
them when they're
kale.
trying to tell you something important. When times get tough, it's easy to be down on yourself, but just one kind word from another person can really help turn things around.
You
So in
are
case
so beautiful.
you
Yes.
missed
You
it,
look so
it's
great today.
National
Wow.
Encouragement
I love your
Day.
glasses.
Not compliment
Not
day. It's
compliment day.
encourage.
Not
I'm
compliment,
encouraging you to
you.
keep going with this look.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
that's a great point. It's
Yes.
flattering on you.
Yes.
thank you.
I love the green.
The green.
You should
She's
definitely
been
wear
in green
more
a lot lately.
And the Gucci glasses.
I
You-
did
you
notice
should
the Gucci.
wear those more.
Are those real diamonds?
I don't think so.
I think you would know if they were real.
I need to know
No,
real quick
those
though.
aren't real diamonds.
How much? I'm kidding. I was joking
Well-
when I asked you the question.
I got them at Costco.
There's no way they're
Okay,
real
then
diamonds.
they're not real.
They're not real diamonds, but they're actual Gucci glasses.
No, I
Why
believe
is
that.
Gucci spelled
I believe
wrong?
that. Why are there 3 C's in Gucci?
Why is it gouchy?
Oh, darn! I would throw these for a fact if they didn't
it's
cost
like being
so
on.
much.
You ever go down to New York City and the watch guys are out there trying to sell you
Dude.
Oh,
some
yeah.
knockoff, and there's,
Oh, yeah.
there's always
It's
something
insane.
off about it. You can't
It's like
put your finger
$200.
on it.
No. How much you got?
Yeah, $5.
20?
Seven.
Okay, we'll take it.
$7. Yes. Deal. What just happened?
Yeah, that was the best.
Oh, gosh.
All right, we're going to look ahead to tomorrow. This is such a great annual event because tomorrow's Open Lighthouse Day in Maine. Happens every year. Gives Mainers the opportunity to get in there and climb and learn more about the state's lighthouses. So it's a really unique opportunity. Most lighthouses will be open from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. But just to be sure, check the times and sign up for a slot before you head out. Make sure your lighthouse that you want to go to is actually doing this. If you want to find out who is participating, go to lighthousefoundation.org. You ever been inside a lighthouse just to kind of see what it's like in there? Climb to the top?
Yeah.
Any of that?
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, you're right next to
Portland
Fort
Headlight.
Williams, so
I've
yeah.
been in. I mean, there was. I think we went to one open house day or something like that
Yeah.
years ago. But I think that's the only one. I think that's the only one I've been in.
Just Portland Headlight for me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool though. I mean, just to get in there and see what it's all about. I mean, you
Yeah.
go up metal stairs. You look
Right.
at it and go, cool.
Yeah, okay.
and then you leave. So
Sure.
you don't have to spend a day there, but it's nice. It's a
Okay.
unique opportunity. So I guess I'm gonna say you haven't done this.
What gave it away? Yeah. Her side eye at us?
No. I was distracted
done
by
that,
what
do you
was
think?
happening on the screen. But aside from that,
you recall?
I'm actually trying to remember.
Yeah. it's not a memorable. I don't feel like it's a memorable.
I don't
experience.
feel like it was. If I did, it was that impactful. I mean, it's very cool, and I love that Maine has so many beautiful lighthouses. But I can't remember if I've ever been one or not. Something's telling me I probably have, but I couldn't tell you for sure.
All right, well, all this lighthouse talk wants to get us to remind you that there are 60 lighthouses in Maine, more than 200 miles on the coastline, but there's one of them that is the tallest of them all, of course.
Okay, so we've got some pine tree trivia for you today. We are asking which lighthouse is the tallest in Maine? Seguin Island Light Station, Portland Headlight, Bass Harbor Headlight, or Boone Island Light? No idea.
Nope.
Boy.
C.
I'm just going to say what Sharon says.
I'm going to
Finally.
say...
Hold on, I'm reserving the right to change then.
Finally.
Well, I was kind of thinking C, actually. I don't know why.
Bass Harbor Headlight?
Yep.
Why was I not thinking that one?
Well, then just pick a different one.
Go ahead, Todd. Pick a different one. See what happens.
I know, right? Let's do
That's-
You know what? Screw it. I'm going to go A.
All right.
Okay.
2 C's and an A.
The answer
so it is definitely
At least
D.
it's not. At least I'm not.
Yeah.
I have
The
some company.
Boone Island Light in York is the tallest lighthouse in Maine, standing at 133 feet. Not only is it the tallest in Maine, but in all of New England as well.
Wow.
The current tower was built in 1855 after the first one was washed away in a storm in 1832. It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places as Boone Island Light Station back in 1988.
Nice.
That would be cool to see. That one.
I like the ones that are like that
Yeah.
are kind of out, isolated
Yeah,
on
like
the
that,
rocks like that,
exactly.
like bug lights like that. You know, it's its
Yeah.
own. It's like out there in the middle of the water. You kind of walk out. to
There's
get to
another
it.
one outside of Casco Bay. I think it's Ram Island Light, and that's like just a rock pile, you know, out in the ocean. And there's a webcam on it, and in storms, sometimes I'll click on it, and you can see like these monster waves.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Pounding the. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is cool.
That's pretty isolated.
Good
too.
stuff. All right, this is good stuff too if you're a sports fan, certainly if you're a Packers fan, because Thursday Night Football, Green Bay getting 2 home games in a row to start the season, hosting Washington. For the second week in a row, Jordan Love led the way, throwing for 292 yards, 2 touchdowns. The tight end for Green Bay, Tucker Kraft, had 6 catches, 124 yards, and a score, all of it leading to a Packers win, 27-18. Green Bay 2-0 on the year. They'll head to their first road game next week. They go to Cleveland, if you count that as a game. They'll take on the Browns, and Washington gets to host the Raiders in week 3. They're 1-1. Did you bet yesterday? If you did you hopefully listen to this. So my bet is Jordan Love over 200 passing yards, which is not a lot.
That isn't.
Green Bay to win.
Okay.
Josh Jacobs to get at least 60 yards rushing.
Okay.
And Jordan Love to throw at least 1 touchdown pass. Those 4 bets. Yep, our weekly Wanna Bet segment is off to a strong start. Again, if you did watch and you followed our suggestions for last night's game, then you're probably retired today. You're welcome. There's a full weekend of sports ahead for you to get more money. So check out Wanna Bet. It's on New Center Maine Plus. Download that through your television set, which you probably just bought with all the money we made you. Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. It's free to check it out, so please do so.
Okay, a woman from Thompson has received a special honor. She got it at the U.S. Open last week. Lisa Gilbride was one of just 16 women nationwide recognized with this year's Champions of Equality Award. The award honors women who have worked to make tennis more inclusive. Gilbride helped launch a free school tennis program at Central Lincoln County YMCA in Damariscotta. She also started the Rusty and Recovering program to help people returning from surgery or injury ease back into the game. Gilbride says being selected for the award was overwhelming.
It was really wonderful to meet all these women who had all done some pretty great things, and no one had ever done it to get an award. So that just getting the award was humbling and wonderful.
Yesterday, Gilbride was greeted with hugs and congratulations at the YMCA, including from people who've been part of her Rusty and Recovering program.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, some celebrity birthdays that we're celebrating on this day. Here's one. Jennifer Hudson, the actress and singer, is 44 years old today, talk show host too. Of course, she got her start on American Idol. She came in 7th place, by the way. which is
that right?
insanely. Yes, it's right. I remember that season vividly. That did not stop her from having a full career, probably the second best career of any American Idol person. Youngest woman, third African American woman
Carrie
to get
Underwood?
EGOT
She'd
status.
be the best, probably?
She'd be the number one.
Yeah.
And Kelly Clarkson's right
Oh,
there.
Kelly
So,
Clarkson too. Yeah, sure.
You get an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony, and she has won all of them. Time has named her as one of the 100 most influential people in the entire world. That was back in 2020. Jennifer Hudson's unbelievable.
That's great.
If you're bored and you've got 3.5, 4 minutes to kill, go on YouTube and search for Jennifer Hudson and I Am Telling You. That song from Showgirls.
Okay.
She sings that song, and I'm just like, what is happening? Like, no human should be able to do that. Fantasia was the winner of her season.
Was she?
So I used to go on the radio once a week and do American Idol breakdowns and predict winners and losers. And I had predicted this season, with 10 people left, that she was going to be the winner, Jennifer Hudson.
Yes. And it was fantastic.
She came, 7th. I don't know why America wasn't voting for her, but she turned out okay.
Is she?
It worked out a little bit for her. so-
Is she on Broadway now?
She has a talk show too. She
also-
also has a talk show. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Is she
it's
on
not
Broadway?
bad.
I think it's her. I don't know. There's a bunch of
I mean, she's
American Idol.
She's on and off Broadway regularly.
She is. Okay. Okay.
So
That's
that's why she won a Tony Award for.
Yeah.
So she's consistently cast.
she's
on
incredibly
Broadway.
talented,
She can
yeah.
do whatever she wants.
Whatever she wants,
She's insanely gifted. So happy birthday.
Today is also
Emmy Rossum.
Emmy
Love her.
Rossum's birthday. The actress is 39 today. She's most well known for her role as Fiona Gallagher on the TV series Shameless.
Oh.
And as Christine in the 2009 film adaptation of Phantom of the Opera. Most recently, she worked on the miniseries The Crowded Room with Spider-Man actor Tom Holland.
Did you guys watch Shameless at all?
Yes.
No, you didn't? Okay. I absolutely loved it. I mean, it was a fantastic show.
There's too many seasons. I ended up
It
throwing
was.
the towel
It went too
after
long.
like season
I agree.
7 maybe. I don't
But
know.
it's a comedy, and
Oh.
it's dumb,
there's
and it's
also drama. I
inappropriate.
mean, it's a
but the only
comedic
times
drama.
I cried during that show
Oh my gosh.
were Fiona. Her character had so many
Yeah.
different layers. And at the end of the show with her and William H. Macy, I'm just like, oh. Who
they
was
ha-
like
did
one of
they
the
have a
most
moment?
deplorable humans on
it was
earth, right?
disgusting on that
Frank
show.
Gallagher. He's awful.
Horrible.
But you were like,
Worst.
by the time it was
Worst.
over, you're like crying. You're like, oh, Frank. like, you awful human.
Yeah.
So anyway,
yeah.
she was great. Happy
Thanks
birthday.
for ruining it for me if I ever want to.
No, you won't remember.
You're gonna.
You're
look
never
the
gonna
show-
get through.
I don't know how you haven't
Sharon,
watched that
she's
show.
I
like,
know.
how many
I
seasons
know.
were there?
No,
10?
too many.
Yeah.
9 or 10.
9, yeah.
But this show is right down the middle for you.
Really?
Yes, you would love the show.
Okay. I know
I'm
you've
surprised you
recommended
haven't
it
seen
before.
it.
I don't know. It's just
There's
not
something I
enough
would
hours in
not
the day.
recommend
It was
to
on
you. This one you would
Showtime, I
like.
think.
Yeah.
I think it was on Showtime.
We don't. Where has this one been? I haven't heard much about her at all. It's Sydney Sweeney's birthday today. She's everywhere. 28 years old. She got her breakthrough in the HBO dramas Euphoria and White Lotus. Sweeney received an Emmy nomination for her performance in Euphoria, recently starring in films like Madam Web and Anyone But You. That was such a funny movie. This November, she'll be taking the role of the boxer Christy Martin out of West Virginia in a new film about Christy Martin's life. And she put on, she had to purposely gain 40, 50 pounds to play that role. A lot of weight to play Christy Martin. So,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, I know Christy Martin just from my time in West Virginia. So she was an unbelievable boxer.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're talking about muscle weight.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I know she had to gain a lot of
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
weight.
I didn't remember her in White Lotus. Did you guys watch
I
White
never
Lotus?
saw White Lotus.
I
Or
never see
Euphoria.
White
You didn't
Lotus
watch White
either.
I've
Lotus?
never heard of Sydney Sweeney.
The first season?
Until,
they're telling me first season. I don't remember.
Anyone But You, I'd never heard of her.
Oh, because you didn't see Euphoria.
No.
Euphoria is amazing.
And
Oh my
who's
gosh.
who?
We talked about Euphoria maybe last
Yeah,
week
it was.
or
It was.
something.
It was recently.
I
can't
must have been
remember
off that day
why.
because
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
That movie, Anyone But You,
I think it was because of her.
with the guy who was in Top Gun Maverick, and I don't know why I can't think of his name.
Val Kilmer?
I know.
Oh, Top
Thank
Gun
you, Glenn
Maverick.
Powell. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love
The
that
new-
guy.
the new
yes.
Top
So, Karen and I went to see this movie with I think my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and it was like, what do you want to see? Let's go see. It was a long week. Let's go see something stupid. Never heard of this. It says it's a comedy. Sure. It was sneaky, unbelievably good. Like like I left going, why haven't I heard more about this
Great.
movie?
Why does
was
this not have a
so
buzz to
good.
it? Why isn't there?
And she was great. He was great. And I 100% believe that those two were married in real life, like the way that they were on screen. Like, I mean, it was so funny. It's very, very funny. If you want to watch a funny movie where you laugh out loud.
You know, now
was
that
it.
you say that, I can remember you recommending it, and I never did get to see
Yeah.
it. But I'm sure it's
It's on everywhere now.
easy to
yeah,
find
you can
now.
find it on all
Yeah.
the streaming apps.
Are you
It's
currently
so
watching
funny.
anything?
Yeah.
Any shows?
Yes, but only I'm waiting for all my shows to come back because it's fall.
Okay.
And I've got on my phone the new release dates for all my shows.
You
so
do?
I do.
That's funny.
We watch a lot of the same shows, so I'll let you know when
Yeah,
they're coming. Oh,
yeah.
Morning Report's coming back, by the way, next week.
I got tired of that.
Oh, I love that show.
I got tired
It's
of
only
it.
two seasons
tired of it
long.
too.
That happens
What?
to me usually after 2 or maybe 3 seasons. I don't know. I just get after the original plot lines work their way through,
Yeah.
and then it feels often to me like they're trying to come up with stuff and it doesn't hold together as well. That it's just it happened
So
to
do
me
you
with
not
Stranger
watch long
Things.
series?
Happened to me with Stranger Things. It happened to me with the morning show. It did not happen for me with Breaking Bad. That was beginning to end. Couldn't take my eyes off the
Okay.
screen. Did not happen to me with Dexter.
I've never seen
Beginning
Dexter was-
to
I've never seen
end.
Dexter.
Back to
Oh,
back.
that was a spoon.
It's back, you know.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
It's not the
The
same.
newer ones are so.
But I
they're
started
kind of
watching
cheesy.
it.
I watched it.
Yeah.
I watched the one that he was in Alaska or something like that. That
where he was almost
with his
killed.
son.
Yeah.
His son was
yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same as the original.
No, definitely not,
Yeah.
and definitely not. But
it's fine.
watchable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is the same kind of thing. Like I don't know. There are so many things I
Yeah.
can't.
But you're
see
gonna watch
all the way
Lioness
through.
season 3, like you're in on Lioness.
Lioness for sure.
Okay.
And what's the one about?
You're gonna watch the one with the guy from This Is Us.
Yes, in the dome where they all live in the dome in the utopia.
He didn't like that. He didn't like
I don't
it.
really.
Oh, I
that's
really
also
like that.
I like that one.
What
too.
is the name of it? I can't keep up with it.
But it's only season 2. So
one word.
Right.
It
yes.
is one word.
It's like
Paradise.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Liam.
We're getting help from the producers.
But that's only season 2, so we have to watch that
Yes.
because season
Yeah,
1
I'm
left
gonna-
you
I'll watch it,
with
but it
answers.
didn't blow
So
me
I don't
away.
know if I'll watch a season 3 of that one.
Right.
I'm with you because I agree with you. Sometimes it's like, okay,
enough.
yeah, like we're doing the same thing 3 times,
Yeah.
and none of them are as good as the first time. So why are we doing it? But so if it advances the story,
Yeah.
like Lioness so far in 2 seasons has been 2 completely separate seasons.
Right. Okay.
Same cast, but not a continuation.
Right.
show.
And there's still a lot.
Shameless was like that too, by the way.
Yes, it was.
Shameless was not a
Okay.
continuation show.
There's
You're
still
right.
enough tension and stuff going on with Lioness
Yeah.
that I want to see what happens. But
I'm watching Ray Donovan, by the way. That
Oh,
was
that's right. That's what you're doing.
Yeah,
Which I'm happy
because
with.
it came
I
out 100
like-
years ago. I've never
Yeah.
seen it. I've always wanted to, and it's summer, and so I'm filling in, waiting for the other shows to come back.
I wish
but I'm
you
waiting
had.
for my shows.
I wish you had done Euphoria instead of Ray Donovan, because it's only 2. I think they've only had 2 seasons of Euphoria, and it is like jaw-dropping good.
Really?
All right.
What
Good
like
thing I
what's the
It's
what's
based
the
on-
theme? Is it no
it's-
science fiction, right?
No,
Okay.
it's like high school aged, like drugs, like it's like high school age, like drugs, sex, and issues.
Rock and roll. Will
It-
Kara
it's-
like it?
I would think so.
Okay.
Yes.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know.
All right.
I mean, I really liked Ray Donovan too, but this I think is better. And it would probably. I feel like you both would really like it, and you can watch it with your spouses.
All right.
You know.
if I had one.
Well, you have basically a significant other.
If
Yeah.
You know.
Who are you kidding?
Like Ray Donovan, I don't think is
also,
like,
it's his birthday weekend. You really just said that out loud? You need to apologize.
he's the one who started it.
You
Anyway,
apologize.
oh boy.
do you guys watch documentaries?
Yeah, but
Some.
you
Kara-
just said one. What was it? Charlie Sheen one?
No.
No.
The one
Unknown
with,
number.
oh, well, I watched that.
I
We watched that.
Did you?
Yeah, that
I
was.
did too.
I mean, you will be blown away by the.
If you don't know already, because it's been
concept.
so all over social media
Agreed.
that that's a spoiler alert for a lot of people. But if you don't know, and I didn't when
didn't
I
either.
started watching it,
Didn't
you
either.
didn't either, did you?
Oh no, I had no idea.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Unknown
No, it's
number.
crazy. I didn't actually like the documentary. I thought it was. I
Yeah.
didn't think it was well done, as a piece of art. I wasn't happy, but the story is insane.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching, going, what?
The entire story
Yes,
is
the story is
bonkers.
insane.
Yep.
But as documentaries go, it wasn't my favorite.
I kind of agree with
watch.
that.
I thought it was kind of
thought it was
plainly
fine.
done.
But it's a quick watch too. It's
Yeah.
it's entertaining enough if you want to kill a couple of hours, that kind of thing.
Entertaining
You
and
don't-
disturbing.
Yeah, and disturbing.
Super
You
disturbing.
don't need a whole week.
Yeah, there's a lot
to
of
finish
therapy going on in that town.
Or should be.
Town of 12.